She said in the doc, she said when you were going to go to court, she said you need to toss your hair up over your head. You
Like
need to
you
put
half
that
crazy.
like you half crazy. Put on some pants. Put that dress on so you can. She said, but not Fox. She went down there, straightened that hair, out, swinging that hair in front of them white folks. I said, oh mama, listen. She said she went down there swinging that hair in front of them white folks. I said,
They already don't like you.
They already don't like you.
And she did tell me that. That was her truth. And what was most interesting about that is when she spoke those words to me, Brandy Harvey, I didn't know what she meant. And I didn't know what she meant because I thought that it's a new day from when she was raised, and I was going to be treated fairly in this system. She said they already don't like you because she understood the racial difference that existed in our criminal justice system. And me being of a younger mind, less exposed to the harm that my mother had been exposed to, I didn't understand that it was real.
Yeah.
But when I got in that court in a small town, Louisiana, I said, oh, wow, it's really not just in the movies.
Oh, it's right here in live and living color.
Oh, wow. And so I was a college-educated woman. I had 2 degrees, a master's in public administration, and I thought that all people that broke the law deserved whatever time they got. And so when the Clinton crime bill was on the ballot, I came home from college and voted in favor of every one of those measures.
Ooh.
And then in 1997, I sat in their courtroom, and I watched my family directly impacted by each one of those lies.
Fox, what I need you to convey to this audience is because sometimes we think because we achieve, because we got 2 degrees, because we done moved into a good neighborhood, we drive the right car, we got the right pedigree, that somehow it separates us from what can happen to us on the other side of a choice and a decision.
I would probably say that the greatest example that I can offer, Brandy, is Time 1 and Time 2. It is a 30-year body of work that speaks to one family's poor decision-making and then their fight to overcome and be resilient through those decisions in America. I think that people actually get to walk the journey and, like you, have their judgments, but through pure documentation, no acting, no pretend, no playtime, they get to see a 30-year journey of what it looks like when a family steps outside of the confines of the rules and then how they're treated in America, and why it's so important for us to really put freedom at the forefront of this conversation.
Yeah.
That is why we are even launching this campaign, Time to Watch campaign for freedom on Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Yes.
1 million
yes.
people watching.
Is that crazy?
It's not crazy.
You know what I said? People may think I'm asinine to think that I can galvanize, just a little bit of me, that I can galvanize 1 million people to watch freedom unfold at the same time on the same day, bear witness to the same truth. They may think that's crazy. But what was really crazy was thinking that I could take on the state of Louisiana with a multi-million-dollar budget for the right to have my family back.
I mean, talk about take on. Because we got a lot of y'all out here say y'all ride or die. Y'all ain't ride or die like Fox now. I'm here to tell you.
I'm a ride to live. I'm a ride to live. Ride to live.
Fox don't call them people, Miss. Good afternoon, Miss Manny. How you doing today? Yes, I'm calling in regards to my husband.
My family's matter.
My family's matter. Baby, every day. Oh, you don't have anything today? Oh, you didn't type up you didn't type up the judgment. Okay, I'll call back. Y'all don't have the level of persistence and consistency to do what this woman did to free her husband and then, I mean, your nephew. I mean, can we just... Because this is not just you all, right? I mean, and this speaks to what the impact is when we talk about incarceration on families. Your husband is locked up. Co-defendant was your nephew, who was 19 years old, correct? When he went to prison. He was also a part of that. So that meant the other layers of the family
Well, I think
affected?
it is one of the common things. People commit crimes with the people that they know. So if it's not a family member, it's going to be some form of a loved one. People commit crimes more often on people that they know. And so that's just a societal thing. It's not a black thing. It's
Yeah.
not, a white thing. It's just you interact with the people that are closest to you. And so we had a duty and an obligation when I was able to bring Rob home through clemency, which is just an amazing tale and miracle within itself. Brandy, if you are a reading woman, I know it doesn't necessarily go all the way into it in the documentary, but our book, Time, which is available wherever books are sold, it's also on audio as well, but it walks folks through how we actually got clemency for Rob. And that clemency actually came through our youngest son, Freedom, who was 17 years old when God anointed him to speak to the king on behalf of our family. And so I know that when one goes in pursuit of their dreams, our dream was freedom. Now our dream is freedom for our people, that God will prevail in those matters. Rob had been working a legal issue since like 2005. We trying to figure out how in the world are we going to get out of this system. We're almost a decade in, and we were no closer to figuring out an end date than we were when we first went in, or than we were when we were first facing 297 years. And so not giving up on following through with that law because he knew it would impact many. When we finally got the policy change that we were seeking, once he came home from prison, Brandon, not only did it help people closest to us, it gave an opportunity for freedom to over 3,000 families in Louisiana who were serving sentences of 30 years or more and thought they were going to die in prison because they had no other outlets to return home. And so, like I said, sometimes you think you have a problem and it's just for you. But when I watch how God is using my family, my husband and I, my mother, who serves as a demonstration, as so many grandmothers are having to take in their loved ones in the absence of their children, and then my children who have to suffer being the child of two, not one, but two incarcerated parents, and being able to persevere to go on and be six successful human beings in spite of, not because of. I think I say in Time One, success is the best revenge.
Let me say this. When Remington got his white coat, baby, I was sitting on my couch. And then to see your sons,
Yes.
whose statistics would show, it's in the data, that to have one incarcerated parent, but now I have two incarcerated parents, and 6 boys that you have birthed, and none of them have fallen victim to the legal system in that way. And that is a testament to you all as parents to be able to persevere in such a way, because you got out and learned a lesson. And because you learned a lesson,
I learned a lesson going in, Brandon. Rob said it happened to him in the back of that police car. I think it happened to me when they got out the car. I was like, ooh, this is not going to be good.
that was your lesson.
Oh, my goodness. And it has been a master teacher because it's one thing, the difference with lawyers and people that learn law because they're directly impacted, and this is what is so amazing to me about Rob, is that you learn law differently. When you learn law and you go to law school and you're going to help someone, then it's one study. But when you're having to go and sit in a law library every day because you now need to learn how to interpret law and find your avenue through this law, your tool through this law in order to bring about your liberty, you think about law in a different way. You move differently when you think about law. So I just, I don't know, man. It's just so many facets. And to be able to watch what we have been able to do, I know that God is just using us for the greater good. It's bigger than just Rob and I and our family.
If that blessed you, trust me, you've only scratched the surface. There's so much more wisdom, truth, and transformation waiting in the full conversation. Click the link in the caption below to watch the entire interview, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode of Vault Empowers Talks.